Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Kickstarter Crap. It is your host, iDubbbz, and today we are going to be taking a look at Earthrise Wheeljack. Wait, that intro doesn't sound right. Hello, everybody. What are you doing in my swamp? Deep in there. And welcome back to another Deep Oger review. And today we are going to be taking a look at Earthrise Wheeljack. And first off, I'd like to say that I got this figure off Big Bad Toy Store, not sponsored, but I got him off of Big Bad Toy Store, and he is very good. He came, there was a due date, and they set to release it on that due date, and he came on that date. So, I have to commend the team over at Big Bad Toy Store. Go check them out if you haven't already. Anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at the Earthrise Wheeljack Deluxe Class figure. He is part of the Earthrise line, and he is a type of mad scientist from G1 who created the Dinobots and other weird inventions. So, let's get a closer look at his details first. So up close we can see that his head is very G1-y, very Wheeljacky, with his little three-pronged silver things on his head, his little mask, those beautiful blue eyes, and his little weird fins. Obviously they don't light up like they do in the show, but it's a toy. Anyway, going down to the chest, very classic Wheeljack. Also, he has the windshield of the car as his chest, and I like that. It's very Wheeljacky. He has a lot of nice paneling detail right here and on the forearms. His crotch looks pretty good. He has some dents right here, or not dents, but divots, so it looks like they were screwed in. Overall, some really, really great detail on this guy. So, let's get into his accessories. I've lied to you all. These are, in fact, not his accessories. This wrench came with Siege ratchet, and this gun came with Siege Sound Blaster or Soundwave, depending on which one you got. I got both. But taking a look at his real accessory, here we have a classic looking rocket launcher, and it is cast in a white plastic, but it has a nice gunmetal metallic-y paint to it. It has a lot of detail, just jam-packed full of detail. You can see his little missile head right here, and bringing in the Wheeljack figure, there's this little slot right here and a little peg right here, and you just want to boop right there, and there is Wheeljack with his little shoulder rocket. I guess you could count these as accessories, but they come attached to him. They're not really supposed to be separate, but whatever. They're probably going to be making a few more remolds of this guy, so probably for that. So without further ado, let's get into his articulation, shall we? Head can look up, not at all. Down, decent. His head is on a ball joint, so he swivels and does everything you want Wheeljack to do. He can even pivot. Little head tilt. His arm at the first hinge can go up about that far, but he has a transformation hinge, the second hinge right here, that allows him to go up about that far and shrug his shoulders. But then he can't go all the way around full 360 because it runs into this piece of his back, and there's an elbow or bicep swivel, an elbow joint, a little past 90, a little past 90 degrees right there. He has waist rotation, can kick up about that far, back about that far, and he has a spread. Thigh swivel, single jointed knee, and transformation his foot can go down, and Earthrise continues that siege articulation where they have that beautiful ankle pivot. Before we get into size comparisons, I would like to say QC issues that I had with him out of the box. His legs, I guess there was some extra plastic in there, but they were still fused together at the joint. So when I would move this leg would move with it. So I had to be very careful, and I pried them apart from each other. And now they're stiff, which that's better than being loose, but they still function on their own. So, happy about that. As you can see, I have some less than desirable paint smudging on his on the top, on his roof in vehicle mode, but whatever. I could just come at that with some paint and, fix it. Also, with one of the hands, the paint was very fuzzy, so it leaked on, and I just took at the hand with a black Sharpie, and now it's all fixed. So, that's just some QC issues I have right out of the box, but other than that, he's all good. Since I lost our tape measure, I'm just going to use my DVD copy of Shin Godzilla. So, yep. Here he is next to another average-sized deluxe Siege Skytread. And here he is next to my favorite Earthrise figures besides Wheeljack, Earthrise Prime, and Earthrise Grapple. And here he is next to my last review, Studio Series Shockwave. Now, with all of the size comparisons out of the way, articulation, and detail, let's get into the transformation. I'll transform him off camera, and as usual, I will bring him back around, and for you guys it'll take no time at all. And here he is in his sports car alternate mode. I think this looks sleek and sexy, just like the actual car. I think this was a French race winner. It was a race winner vehicle, and I can't remember what it was or what model it was, but it looks great. I love the green, the red, and everything on him. It definitely does feel like a G1 alt mode without, infringing on any car copyrights. But I digress. It looks good. One complaint is that he doesn't really roll, because if you could see there, those pegs that were from the back of the legs get in the way, so he kind of just slides. The wheels, sometimes they'll touch the ground, but not very often. Yay. But, whatever. I don't really display them in their car modes, unless I really like the car mode, but I'll keep them as Wheeljack and robot mode for now. Now, weapon storage, you just plug this on right there, or you can totally do that. I don't know why you would want to. in car mode, he's always just gonna be like that for me. So, yeah. You have options if you want to do them. But let's get him back into robot mode and give my final thoughts. So, what exactly are my final thoughts on this guy? I think this figure is basically a mini masterpiece. He has boatloads of detail, boatloads of paint detail. He has great articulation for a deluxe class his size. His joints aren't too stiff, and besides my copy, but I'm pretty sure that's just my own copy, not really anybody else's. I'm sure that's an isolated problem, and it was just mine. But I love him from the paint apps, to the accuracy, to literally everything this figure does right. Complaints are, I wish that his rocket launcher was a little bit more cartoon accurate, and I wish that he came with a blaster of some sort. Anything would be better than just that. But that's pretty much all the complaints I have. He is my second favorite Earthrise figure, but that might change because I'm going hunting on another quarantine hunt tomorrow for Earthrise Cliffjumper. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Send your death threats in my DMs. Twitter is Starscreamrules1984. Instagram is Starscreamrules, or Starscream_rules_1984. And YouTube is Starscreamrules1984. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. And send your death threats in my DMs or in the YouTube comments. Whatever. I won't block you, because I don't care. You're not worth my time. Anyway, have a good day, or night, depending on how you, or when you watch this. Anyway, see you guys. Peace.